I feel a sense of dread in the air. We have the generators before the hurricanes even come close. His Excellency the Governor, Mr. George Ferguson, current council members, and members of the previous council, invited guests, residents, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all this afternoon as we officially reopen Ewing Street. Today is a day for celebration as we take note of what was once a picturesque yet tired street and is now transformed into an icon for North Hamilton and Bermuda as a whole. This is a good moment for me, as during my first tenure as mayor, the completion of the underground cabling on Court Street, as well as tackling the surrounding residential streets, was a top priority for our administration, with Ewing next on the list. But what you see here today was well beyond our imagination, and the members of the Outerbridge administration should be thanked by the neighborhood residents for their numerous efforts to follow through with multiple scenarios and a truly well-spent budget to create a beautified, as I've said before, an iconic city boulevard, one that I hope that its residents are proud of. At this time, I'd like to thank those who helped to make this project possible, starting with Councillor Henry Ming and Ashley Rayner. Although not a councillor at the time, Mr. Ming, along with Mr. Rayner, came up with a final conceptual plan for the area. Thanks to Jamie Peconin of Brunel Engineering Consultants for his detailed design, Horsefield Landscaping, DJ Excavation, the Water and Engineering divisions of Works and Engineering, our utility partners of Belco, BTC, and Cablevision, the city's own Parks Department staff, and I think a special thanks could go out to those who fought for and those who compromised in allowing those trees to remain in the center of our street. And finally, we should thank those, and certainly not least, thank those who had the patience to see this project through, and those are the residents and the businesses of this area. Now, without the many challenges that have faced the corporation over the last few years, it is times like this where it is realized that if you're willing to take a certain stance, pay the price, much can be achieved for the betterment of those who live, visit, and work here, as well as extending outwards to our city and to our island. So this is a great event. This is something for those who are involved with to be extremely proud of, as I know the city will be proud of this moving into the future. So thank you all. I'd like to call upon Roseanne Edwards, Councillor Roseanne Edwards, to say some words. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all. Governor, His Excellency the Governor, Mayor, fellow councillors, members of the Corporation's Parks and Sanitation Division, residents, property owners, invited guests, and members of the media. Here we are on Ewing Street. Do you know after whom the street was named? There were two Ewing gentlemen, and both were very active in the life of the early city of Hamilton. One was even an active member of the corporation. Without further research, it is difficult to know exactly which of the Ewings this street is named. But I add quickly, there are some clues. Firstly, one Ewing was Reverend Alexander Ewing. He was the rector of 4 Anglican churches, those of Devonshire, Hamilton, Pembroke, and Smith Parish. In addition to all that traveling, looking after the souls of those 4 churches, he also operated a school here on Ewing Street, a very successful school at that. One of its pupils became the Chief Justice of Bermuda, John Harvey Darrell. That was during 1796 through 1887. In those early days of the 1800s, the first Pembroke Sunday School, according to Sister Jean Chantal Canada's book, Biography of a Colonial Town, was located on the northwest corner of Ewing Street, where Tools and Equipment is now located. Later, it moved to its present location on Angle Street, now known as the Center. The second Ewing was Councillor Thomas Ewing, and in addition to being very active, he was also known as a boisterous member of the corporation, kind of like that. He advocated for the building of the Hamilton Hotel, among other prominent landmarks. So, it is my personal belief that because of his contribution to the education and to the edification of souls of the populace and the situation of the school on and or in the environments of this area, Ewing Street was named after the Reverend Alexander Ewing. And befittingly, Ewing Street is now bordered by Delwood School and at least 3 religious communities: Jehovah's Witness, Revival Assembly of Bermuda, and the Foursquare Gospel Church International. I am sure the mayor and my fellow councillors will agree with me when I praise all the residents and businesses of Ewing Street who patiently bore the reconstruction that took place here. Thank you all for enduring the many challenges that erupted. Yes, there were many challenges that erupted and were amicably resolved to the benefit of all who live and work here on Ewing Street. Thank you.